on in the company, okay? So that you don't get left behind, right? It's very, very important that you understand that, okay? Because this is the only company that's going to change your life financially. The only company. There's no other company out there that's going to do that for you, okay? So stay focused, right? We have something that's incredible, right? There's a lot more to come, right? Because if people are excited right now, just wait until they see the full lineup. Wait until more announcements are being made. Wait until more people are receiving commissions, right? Wait until this baby, it starts to run, okay? Right now, we're not even crawling, okay? We're not even crawling. We're just there, like doing nothing, okay? Because it's a newborn, okay? Right? We're hearing a lot of crying. That's what we're hearing right now, okay? Because it's a newborn, and we get it. We understand, right? But eventually, as I said, it will go through the process where, that baby starts to run. So it's no longer a baby. And so that's exactly what's going to happen with ONPASSIVE. Okay, so stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. Okay, a lot more is coming. That's going to blow you away, right? Because ONPASSIVE is bigger than what you think. Our CEO has said it, and it's a true statement. It is much bigger than what you think. Okay, this company will be very, very generous in all that it does to ensure your success. Okay, folks, let's understand ONPASSIVE business. Okay, like I said, we make money. We earn commissions from sale, right, of products. The only product we have right now that we can sell is O Connect. It's the only product, right? So that means if I introduce ONPASSIVE to someone, they come in and they decide to purchase O Connect, I make a sale. Okay, the very first sale, I generate 100%. So in this scenario, okay, because it's someone that is new to ONPASSIVE, right, I would make a commission of $240. Okay, 100% of what the customer pays. That's the very first sale. On the second sale, it would be 25% of whatever the customer pays. So in this scenario, if the customer pays $240, I make 25% of that, which is $60. And the third and fourth and fifth and so on, indefinitely, okay? While we have this first 90-day package, okay? That's for this package, okay? After the first 90 days, there'll be other packages, smaller packages, larger packages, and so on. Okay, there'll be a variety of packages, and we'll have a choice as to what it is that we want to purchase, okay, at that time. For now, for those who have, current users, they have customers already that were from the founder memberships, okay? When those individuals decide to purchase the product, O Connect, right, they are paying $143. So when they pay $143, that means the very first sale I get from one of those customers, right? It simply means that I generate $143 in commissions, okay? And then the second sale, third and fourth, still the same 25%, but because these are founder members, they're paying $143 also, so therefore I make 25% of that, which is $35.75, okay? That's how that works, folks, okay? For those who don't have any, okay? For those who don't have any customers right now, they didn't get to work while we had these 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever time frame that you've been in ONPASSIVE, and you did not introduce anyone, you didn't invite anyone, you didn't share with anyone, you just kind of kept it to yourself, okay? Then, right, when you make that purchase for O Connect, that puts you in line to start receiving customers from the company's marketing campaigns, okay, from the company's efforts. That puts you in line for that, okay? The company has not started to allocate those as yet, okay? That has not started. So you didn't miss anything, okay? If you're sitting there waiting, wondering, okay, you didn't miss anything, okay? That is being done based upon the date and timestamp, okay, of when you came into ONPASSIVE, right? So be mindful of that. Now, that does not prevent you from doing anything on your own right now if you so choose. But when the company you know that it's the right time, then they will do that. Okay, they will start allocating. Okay, for example, right? If all of a sudden now I get a customer to come in right now and they want to make payment, but the card processor, we're getting that error message. Okay, so that's not working right now. Okay, because we keep getting that error message. So then that person goes to pay and they can't pay. That individual may feel, may not have a positive reaction to that. You understand? Okay. So the company knows what's going on in the background. The company is working on what needs to be worked on. And as soon as everything is working the way the company wants it to be working, then guess what they're going to do? They're going to start allocating those customers. Okay. So we'll just have to wait and be patient. As I mentioned earlier, we're just getting started, folks. And a lot of things is going on. Okay. And it's also still a test phase. Okay. In the sense of the company's never paid commissions before. Okay. So that in itself is a test. Okay. To make sure the commissions are being worked out the right way. Okay. Now you're charging for products. Okay. So you have to make sure that the right amounts are being charged. People are not being, double charged. People not getting the product activated and it didn't pay. These are little bugs, folks, that we've experienced. Okay. And companies resolving all of those bugs, okay, to make sure that everything is done exactly the right way before you scale, okay, before you go up with your activity. Okay. So understand that, folks, right? So this is what I mean when I say people have to understand what is going on. And don't get caught up in being selfish. Don't get caught up in just focusing on yourself. Me. I. Where is mine? I'm entitled to. You're not entitled to anything, right? Like you're just not. The company's doing you a favor. Trust me, they're doing you a favor. Okay, because what they're doing, like as I said earlier, like no one is willing to do that for you. Your family members are not willing to do that for you. Okay, your boss that you work for is not willing to do that for you. You're not even willing to do it for yourself. Okay, so understand that there's a time and a place. Okay, there's a process to everything. The company can't just, let's just roll out everything at the same time. Let's get all these customers allocated. Let's, get the withdrawals going, bank accounts, crypto, get everything, and all at once in a full-scale manner. What that would mean if there are issues, you're going to have that much more issues. You understand? So you do things in a controlled environment. Everything is working. Yep, it's great. It's fantastic. All right, now open up a little bit more, right? And the same thing, right? A little bit more opens up. Things are working smoother. Okay, open up a little bit more. That's what we mean when we say scale. Okay, you need to scale things. So you can't just open up like this and let everything just run rampant. It'll be problems, folks. Okay, so the company knows exactly what it's doing. So let's continue to trust the company, knowing that you're going to be fine. I know that some of us are in need. I know some of us got medical bills and this bills, and we understand all of that. Okay, but this is also not a charity, though. The company has to make sure that everything is done is for the betterment of everyone, not just us as founders, but everyone that's going to come to ONPASSIVE. Okay, so please realize that, right? So continue to be patient. It's going to happen. Okay, you can choose to help yourself, or you can sit back and wait for the entire process to be ready. That's entirely up to you. But just know that regardless, folks, you're going to win. And I'll keep saying that you're going to win. Okay, and because that's the most important thing. At the end of the day, will I win in this business? And the answer is yes. It may not be your time right now, but your time will come, okay? And all of us will win together. Folks, let's understand this, right? The company is fully aware that you're probably bad at marketing. The company is aware of that, okay? The companies can see the numbers. The company know who was invited, who hasn't invited, all of that stuff. The company can see all of that. The data is there. Okay, and numbers don't lie. They can see all of that, right? The majority of us got involved into ONPASSIVE because we knew that we've had trouble in the past trying to invite people, trying to make sales for products and so on, right? We've had those issues, okay? And so the company knows that if it's up to us as individuals, we would fail. If it's up to us, if our success was dependent upon our effort only, we would all fail, okay? Or the majority of us anyways, okay? So the company fully understands that. So if you understand that the company understands what I just said, then you should be nice and calm, nice and relaxed. You should be comfortable. You should trust that the company is going to do what's in your best interest, okay? Because it's a done deal, folks. Like we have to get that in our head. Like we have to fully understand that, right? That it is that simple. If the company expected you to go out there and go sell 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, of OConnect, it would be unrealistic, right? This company made it nice and simple for us, saying, you know what? Just to break even, just to make sure nothing more comes out of your pocket going forward, all you need is one sale. Just one. Not two, not three, not 30, just one. One sale, okay? So the company has made it nice and easy for us. The company's made it nice and easy because, as I've mentioned, and I keep mentioning it, that all we have to do is just let people come in for free, right? Free works, folks, okay? It works, okay? It's a brilliant way to market something, right? Free. You know how many companies give away free products? You think they're just doing it just to, lose money? No, right? They give free. We had OConnect for, I think, 4 or 5 months to use it for free, okay? So the company has it set up that a person can come in and use OConnect free for 14 days, right? But rather than focusing on that, I just want them to come into the ecosystem. Because I want them to look at OMail. I want them to look at ONet. I want them to look at OTrim, right? I want them to look at all these things because maybe they have use for it. Maybe, right? Maybe they have use for OMail, but not ONet. Maybe they have use for ONet, but not OTrim, and so on. Okay, maybe. So I want them to come in because now they can look and see what's going on. Not just looking at OConnect, but looking at everything, the totality of ONPASSIVE, seeing what ONPASSIVE is going to do for them, right, as a customer, right, providing them with the best products at the lowest possible cost, right, and even free, so they can see all of that. Because you may get a customer come in and they'll just use the free products, and that is fine, folks, right? People are like, oh, I need them to buy OK. No. It's okay if you have to let it be the customer's choice, right? So if the customer says, you know what, thank you very much, I just want to use OMail, ONet, and OTrim because it's free, that's all I'm going to do, no problem. Over time, folks, over time, they will buy something. It's no different than when we're, back in 2018 and I introduced some folks into ONPASSIVE, and some people said yes, some people said no. But guess what? Those people that said no, some of them decided to join in 2019. Some of those that said no in 2018 decided to join in 2020. Some of them also decided to join in 2021. You understand, folks? I don't pressure them. I don't force them. I just simply give them information. And over time, whenever it makes sense to them, they will take the necessary action. This is no different. Free account, free account, free account. And over time, when they believe that something makes sense to them, they will take the necessary action. Okay? And that goes the same thing for those that you have, those of you who actually have founding members. If they choose not to purchase OConnect right now, it's okay. Leave them alone. Okay? Don't be banging on their heads. Don't be put them in a headlock and forcing them. It's okay. If they choose to purchase it, they do. That gets them in line. If they don't want to get in line, then they don't buy it. But if they don't purchase it and so that they don't get in line, if they don't do that, then they can't come to you and say, why there's no money in my account. They can't come to you 3 months from now and says, okay, I still haven't made any money. They can't come to you 6 months from now, I still haven't made any money. They have not taken the necessary step that is needed to start that process. But it's a choice. As long as you make them aware of it, right? You give them information, make them aware of it, then you leave them, and it's up to them to do, as my buddies them in India always says, do the needful. Okay? So that's the bottom line, folks. Okay? It's a brilliant business. The model is great. Okay? Just know that the plan is that in those first 90 days, the plan is for you to generate enough commissions so going forward, there's nothing more to your pocket. That is the plan, folks. You understand? So we just have to trust the plan, trust the process. And it's 90 days from when you make that purchase. Okay? It's not 90 days from September 1st. It's 90 days from when you activated that account by making that purchase. So let's understand that. Okay? This company is doing everything for you. They're making it as easy as possible for you to succeed. Easy, easy, easy. Okay? I know that there will be thousands of people that will be making more income in ONPASSIVE than any other company that ever joined, even their job. Even those that are making six-figure income at their job right now, ONPASSIVE, the potential is unlimited, folks. This is why I say that ONPASSIVE is better than your job. It is better than any investment, right? It's better than any trading, it's better than what's out there in the marketplace because it's clean, it's ethical, it's honest, and it's sincere. Okay, this business is about how can I help you? How can I be of service to you? What can I do to put you in a better position in life? How can I help you live life instead of just existing and wasting your life away? That's what ONPASSIVE is saying to you folks. And they're going about their business, doing what they need, making sure everything is up to par, making sure everything is providing more value than anywhere else in the world. So that way it's a done deal. That's what the company is doing day in and folks, every single day, that's what's being done in ONPASSIVE. And you are not doing any of that. You're not participating in any of that. And you, if you have not invited anyone, if you don't have any users, no customers, okay, you're not doing any of that. The company is doing all of the heavy lifting. Okay, and when the issues arise, the company is one that's taking care of those issues, solving the problems. Okay, when they have to be at this meeting, that meeting, fly here, fly there, you understand me? To put agreements together, to make this thing work for everyone. The company is doing that, folks, not you and I. All we have to do is just go about our lives while the company is doing all of this. That's why I say, understand what you have, understand what this company is doing, appreciate it, embrace it, and walk on the proper line. Because, folks, your life is about to change. So act like it. It's about to change for the better, for the good. Okay? It's not going to pull you down. It's going to lift you up. Right? It's not going to pull from your pocket. It's going to put into your pocket. Understand that, folks. Okay? It's the best thing that's going on right now in the world, period. Period. Okay? So let's embrace it. Let's give thanks and gratitude to your CEO and to the staff, okay? And to your leaders, to all those who are helping you along the way. Okay? Just understand we're in this thing together, and together all of us will win. Folks, don't panic. Don't let fear creep in. Don't let anxiety take over your life. Okay, have fun. This business is about fun. F-U-N-N-N-N-N. Fun. Okay, you got to pronounce that N at the end like multiple times. Okay, not just F-U-N. You got to add some more N's on it. Okay, that means a lot of fun. Okay, right? This business is fun, folks. Okay, this is not a chore for me to come on here and be with you this morning, right? Morning my time. Okay, now afternoon. Okay, it's not a chore. This is fun, folks. Okay, not because my face isn't, smiling like a clown or something, right? I'm not a clown, so you're not going to see that, right? Right? But I'm excited. I'm thrilled about this business. Okay? So I'm having fun every single day in this business, right? Because it's amazing. It's amazing that here's a company that's going to change so many people's lives. Like, to me, that's amazing, right? And we should be excited about that. We really should, right? For the first time, probably for the first time in your life, you have a real chance of actually winning. That is great, folks. I don't know if you play sports or not. Let's say you're playing cricket, right? And you realize that you're about to win. Like, don't you get more excited, right? The closer you are to winning, don't you get even more excited? You're playing soccer or football, right? And you're it's almost, the game's almost over, right? And you know that you're going to win because there's not much time left. Like, doesn't the excitement builds up? You understand? Or if you're playing a game and you already know that, oh, that team, we're so much better than that team. It's a done deal. We're going to win no matter what. Even if we play bad, we're still going to win. You know what I mean? You're excited, right? That's what ONPASSIVE is, folks, right? That's what it is. So don't be concerned, well, what happens if 90 days go? To me, that's just it's the wrong way of thinking. So I'm answering the question by saying nothing is going to happen. Okay, 90 days go by, okay. Then come at the end of that particular initial package, as I mentioned earlier, right, that there'll be other packages. There'll be smaller ones than what we have right now, right? Maybe larger ones. There'll be different sizes. So people can pick and choose what it is that they want from it, okay? But bear in mind, though, right, the size of the package also dictates the commissions that one earns, right? So, so that's all fine and dandy. You just pick what it is that you want, right? Wherever you fit in, folks, that's what you go for, okay? Now, if you don't buy, you have a whole year. The foundership is good for a whole year from September 1st all the way to September 1st of 2024, okay? So if you choose not to buy anything and buy it, it doesn't matter, folks. That's on you, okay? But if you're not purchasing anything, you also don't have a business, okay? You have to be in order to win. But it's entirely up to you. It's your choice. Okay. So to answer the question, at the end of 90 days, nothing happens. Okay. You're just going to see what's available for that fourth month and so on. Right. And if you don't choose to buy nothing at that point, that's okay. Nothing happens. Okay. You still continue. Life continues, folks. You're just not making any money. Okay. And I don't believe that you join ONPASSIVE just to sit on the inside and just watch everyone else doing well. I don't think that's why you joined, because that wouldn't make any sense to me. Okay, so that's not why you joined, right? But just understand, the company will never force you to buy anything. Never, ever, ever, ever. Okay, they'll not force you to buy anything. It's a choice. Okay, this is the model. This is how it works. But folks, I also want you to understand this. 10 customers. It's like, you should be able to go to bed and while you're sleeping, you're able to generate 10 customers. Okay, like you should be able to do that. The company marketing campaigns, okay, is going to do that for people over time. You think about that, folks. You don't think that this company can generate 10 customers? 10? 1, 0? 10 that comes after 9, before 11? You don't think so? Right? With 10 customers, that's like $500. 10 customers that purchase OConnect right now, that's almost $500 in your pocket. Like, think about that. With just 10. What if it's 20? What if it's 50? What if it's 100? What if it's 1,000? Start thinking, folks. Think big. Don't think, well, what happens if I don't have any customers after 90 days? Don't think like that. Get that, clear that out. Just take it and just throw that thought away. Right? Start thinking big. Start thinking, man, it's possible. It's possible that I can actually generate 10 customers in 90 days. It's possible that I can generate 50 customers in 90 days. It's possible I can generate 100 customers. Start thinking big, folks. Right? All of, Sampat big may be bigger than my big. right? My big may be bigger than Shushanta's big. You understand? Our big, it's relevant only to ourselves. Okay? So when I say think big, it's relevant to you, whatever you consider big. You may think 1,000 is big. I don't think it is, but you may think that. You understand? So can you imagine you had 1,000 customers? Start thinking, folks, and have some fun with this. Right? Start thinking and know that your life is about to change. That is something to be excited about. Right? Julie gave the story and just speaking of her daughter. Right? Now her daughter can actually go join this volleyball club that she always wanted to join for a few years now. And finally, she's in a position to be able to pay for the child to go and have fun. You understand, folks? That's just one story. There are other stories, right? Someone sent me a message, to show that they're able to pay for their child to go to medical school, right? Because of ONPASSIVE. That's another story. And there are other stories, folks. You understand? That's what ONPASSIVE is doing. It's already changing lives right now. Because these are things that both of them could not have done if it wasn't for ONPASSIVE. Right? So start thinking about your story. Right? What will you be doing? Right? How are you going to benefit? How will your life be changed? What will it take? Right? Folks, you need to be excited about ONPASSIVE. You need to be excited. Let's say I wanted to make $30,000 a year. Okay? I want to make $30,000 per year. Now, if I was going to invest that money into a real business, right? Like from a real investment firm, okay? Whether that's stocks, bonds, whatever the case may be, I would actually need $500,000 lump sum. I have to have that money in my hand to go put it in, whether it's stocks, bonds, whatever the investment advisor is going to do with it, whatever the case may be, $500,000 in order for me to make $30,000 a year. Okay? That's at a 6% interest rate per year, which is reasonable. 6% is reasonable. Don't listen to that nonsense. People tell you to make 6% a month and what. Don't listen to that. It's reasonable, okay? For the year. Now, how many of you have $500,000? You understand, folks? Like this is, when I say stuff, when I tell you that ONPASSIVE is better than any investment you can think of, this is what I mean, right? You'd have to have $500,000 just to have a chance, because it's not guaranteed. They can't guarantee you're going to make $30,000 a year. Just to have a chance to make $30,000 a year. You understand, folks? People can't find 500. They can't find 400. They can't find 300. They can't find 200. They can't find $100,000. People don't have that kind of money. Okay? $100,000 at 6%. Right? $6,000? $6,000 a year? Like, think about that. You take $100,000. That's a lot of money that most people can't find. And let's suppose you happen to find it, okay? And you're able to take that. All they're gonna give you is around $6,000 a year. That's it, folks. You're not gonna double your money. You're not gonna triple your money. None of that's gonna happen, okay? Unless you really got lucky, and you took that 100,000 and you dump it into Bitcoins or something back then. Not today, but back then, right? Maybe when it was, maybe $500 a coin, $1,000 a coin, whatever. And you were brave enough to stick with it, you understand, for it to appreciate, and then you pull out, okay? But the reality is, most people, the majority of people on this planet do not have that kind of money to put aside to make only, and I say only $30,000, because it's not a lot of money, okay? For some people, yes, it is. I understand that, okay? But in the grand scheme of things, based upon what you're putting out, what you have to come up with, and to see what they're gonna, give back to you, come on, folks. I would rather spend $97 and $143 and build a business whereby I generate customers, and when these customers buy these products, I'm making commissions. I would rather do that because look at my risk. What did I have to come up with? Most people, if not everyone, can come up with that if they really want to, right? If they really want to, they can come up with that. They can go find that $143. They can find it. The same way they found in 97 to get started, okay, by becoming a founding member, it's the same way they can find that 143. First of all, they shouldn't even have to find it because we were told $200 to $300. Expect that, right? We weren't sure what it's going to be. The company's still working on things, but once they have a final number, they'll let us know. You remember all of that, folks? All that was shared with us time and time again, webinars after webinars after webinars, right? And then the company comes and says, well, guess what, guys? You know what? We understand. We're going to try and make things as simple as possible, as easy as possible, as painless as possible. Okay? It's all worked out. We found a way. You know what? It's only cost you $143, and that's for a 90-day package, not for the month, but for 90 days, right? So you see how the companies made things easy for us? We all can do that, right? And that gets us in line now to start receiving customers. Think about this, right? If I generated 80 customers, right? 80 customers at $125 that they're purchasing OConnect monthly. I'm talking about I'm not talking about founders. I'm talking about customers, people out there in the public, and they decide to come to ONPASSIVE and they want to purchase OConnect and use it for whatever it is they're using it. They want to use it for their business, to communicate with friends, family, to stay in touch, whatever the case may be. And they're spending $125 a month for that product. Okay? So again, I'm not talking about the 90-day package. Okay? Think about that, folks. Just 80 customers would generate me that same $30,000. You tell me which is easier. You tell me which is more feasible. What makes the most sense? To try and find $500,000 to go give to some stockbroker or whomever? Huh? That's probably going to lose your money anyways, right? Think about that, folks. That's what I'm saying. We have to use your head and start to think. See the possibilities. ONPASSIVE will create more millionaires than any other company, period. So that's where I'm throwing my hat in, right? That's where my focus is because it makes sense. It makes sense, folks. It is doable. It is doable. And the company is doing 99.9999999% of the work for me. Are you kidding me? It is doable, right? So we have to start thinking, folks. Look at your options, because I love options. I love having options. I can do A, I can do B, I can do C, I can do D. I love having options. And I weigh the options. And I look what makes sense. Okay, is it logical? Does it make sense that a company can automate a process whereby visitors are coming to my site, right? Is that possible? Visitors are coming to my site. They're taking a look at what we have. Some of them will subscribe. And from those who subscribe, some of them will go on to actually become paid. Is that logical? Does that make sense? And the answer is a resounding yes. Of course it does. We've done it, folks. Over and over and over and over again. We've done it. You understand? So we know it's possible. We know it's a reality. The company's not telling us some nonsense. They're not telling us fairy tale, right? And we've seen with our eyes. Not only do we believe, not only do we have faith, but we've actually seen the evidence. We've seen with our eyes what the company's doing. We had founders who went to India, went to Hyderabad, and went up and down that office space. We know it's a real building. There's real people there working, right? These partnerships, they're real. There's not somebody making this stuff up. Who's got time for that? You understand, folks? What we have is real. So this is why I can go all in. This is why I can bank on this, because ONPASSIVE is not going anywhere but up. Right? From one top to the next top to the next top to the next top. That's what we do in this company. So I don't need to worry about what happens after 90 days and I don't have any customers and blah, blah, blah. Are you kidding me? Right? That's the speech for someone who wants to be poor. That's what that speech is. That's for someone who wants to remain poor and stay down and be beaten upon top. Folks, you want to be a winner? Change the way you think. Change the way you walk. Change your surroundings, people around you. Right? If you want to be a winner. Everyone wants to be a winner. Everyone does. You ever go into a game and says, oh man, I'm here today to lose. That's why I showed up. I showed up to lose. Huh? Nobody does that. Right? You show up to your job so that your boss can fire you today. I'm here today, Mr. Bossman or Mrs. Bossman. Please fire me. That's why I showed up today. Who does that? Makes no sense, right? We did not get into ONPASSIVE to lose. We got into ONPASSIVE to win. And you know what the steps are in order for you to win. All you got to do is take action. It's as simple as that. Take action, folks. Be brave. Be bold. Right? Know why you're here and go out and take it. Don't even wait to take it. Because it's yours. This business was created for you and your family. How many times have we said that ONPASSIVE was created to help uplift humanity? Are you not a part of humanity? Are you not? So we're here to help uplift you. That's what this company is here for, to help uplift me, you, all of us. And all we have to do is a tiny little piece. That's it. And let the company do everything else. It is real, folks. It is real. Okay? Go maximize your opportunity. Maximize your one chance of success in life. Go maximize it. Don't minimize it. Don't start thinking little. Right? Don't start thinking, well, if I can make a couple $100, what's that going to do for you? How can you help other people if that's all you're generating from this business is a couple $100 a month? How are you going to help other people? How? How does that make sense? Right? You've got children who want to go to university. Can that pay for their university tuition and everything else that comes with university? Right? Your car is broken down and then you keep, bandaging it up. You have to replace it. You need a new one because what you have just isn't cutting it. A couple $100 are going to pay for that. Maybe you need a new roof. Maybe your windows need doing. Right? Maybe your house is falling apart. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, folks. Maybe you haven't taken a vacation in years. Some folks have never in their life taken a vacation, ever. Right? Because they're just existing, just going through life day in, day out, the same thing over and over again, and people are tired. Here is your chance. ONPASSIVE is your chance. Take advantage of it. All right? Take advantage of it. Again, just understand that we just have the best company. We have the best CEO, we have the best staff, best tech team, best departments, or media or marketing department. Just look at what you see, folks. Think, what company do you know that have an entire metro station and the entire canvas is ONPASSIVE? You go through the station, all you see is ONPASSIVE. On the station is called ONPASSIVE. Just think about that, folks. The Burj Khalifa light shows that we see. Just understand what this company is doing. These are things that haven't been done before, right? And as I said about the partnerships that we're having, all these things are going to do wonders for our marketing, right? The marketing is the key, folks. You can have the best products in the world, but if you don't have a great marketing department, forget about it. If no one knows about you, how are you going to make sales? You understand? So here ONPASSIVE is making sure everyone knows about you, right? Everyone. Okay, so just understand that. So know that the company is doing everything right. They're doing it the right way, right? They're making sure that we're going to be here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the road. Not just let's go make a quick buck and run somewhere. No, let's do it right. Let's make sure we have a solid foundation that we can build upon, because that's what you see. For the past 5 years, the foundation was being laid. So that's a solid foundation, folks. And now we're starting to see, the products are being built on top of that. So here comes the first paid one, O Connect. Fantastic, right? And the rest will come. Even the free products, folks, wait for the next version to come out. You'll see, okay, that those products can make you a lot of money, but the company choose not to sell it. Okay, again, giving value to people to help you be able to get others to come in to say, yeah, let me take a look, because you have value to present to them, not junk, right? Not things that people don't need that. Oh, not important. Okay, people use email. Almost everything that you do in life requires an email address. Almost everything requires an email. You may not be on social media, but chances are, if you're on the internet, you have an email address. Okay? So more people have an email address than they are on social media. More people have an email address than people have a Facebook account. Then people have a WhatsApp account. Then people have a Twitter or X account, right? And so on. You understand, folks? Right? So old mail is important, is my point. Old mail is important. And you see what the company is doing? When you get into ONPASSIVE, you have to have an old mail account. You see the brilliance in that? So it's very easy to build up that database of people using old mail, because everyone has to have an old mail. You may not want to use OTrim, you may not want to use ONET, but you have to have an old mail account, because that's your ticket into the OES. You understand, folks? We can go on and start list the various points, right, as to why this company is brilliant. But just know that it is, right? If you're wise, you will see it right there in front of you. Okay, you will see it. But sometimes, we need things to be unraveled, unwrapped for us to, plainly see it. Okay? But continue to trust the process, continue to trust the company, because you're going to love where we're going. You're going to love where we end up, because that is your ticket. ONPASSIVE is your ticket to total freedom. Total freedom. All right? Thank you so much for having me, Engineer Shashanta. It's been a pleasure as always. I look forward to our next time, my friend.